Have you ever participated in this? Or this? Maybe this? Great job! If you said yes, you have been engaging with what is called performative activism. Performative activism is when you promote a cause or an issue without truly caring about it in order to gain others' attention, support, or financial gain. This attitude frequently fits the stereotype of the Good Samaritan or, for others, the white savior mentality. Additionally, these behaviors indicate that little to no effort is being made to learn or act. It's more about demonstrating to friends and family that you are woke. Although it has only recently gained popularity, performative activism has been around for years. One instance that all of us can recognize is when companies only demonstrate support for the LGBTQ+ community during the month of June. As a show of solidarity, these brands would modify their logos to include rainbow colors. However, as soon as the clock strikes midnight on the last day of June, they would change it back and resume their usual silence. The killing of George Floyd in 2020, which made headlines on local, national, and international news, contributed to the rise of these activists. In order to show their support for one another, these so-called activists uploaded black squares on Instagram with the hashtags Black Lives Matter or Blackout Tuesday. Even though one might sympathize with their feelings, Blackout Tuesday did more harm than good. Because there were so many people posting these black squares, it was difficult for users of the BLM hashtags to follow important updates and information on the ongoing protests. One of the biggest challenges with performative activism is its capacity to reduce subjects and activism to a fad. It makes light of social issues while taking no real action. Following the terrible deaths of 8 Asian American women in Atlanta, hashtags like Stop Asian Hate became popular on Twitter. There is a significant difference between using a hashtag and taking part in local campaigns to end racial discrimination. Writing and sharing a 3-word remark won't bring about change for a deeply ingrained issue. Picking the easiest route to reach would encourage a false sense of accomplishment, which would inhibit long-term work for genuine institutional improvement. As a result, there is a vicious loop where people just perform the barest minimum, causing users of social media to get overexposed to significant issues and lose interest in them. Let's try to understand why performatism can seriously harm a movement. One of the many hypotheses is the phenomenon of social loafing, a social psychological mechanism. According to the concept of social loafing, people may put forth less effort toward a goal when they believe that others are doing the same. People may believe that others are making constructive contributions to a problem because of the overwhelming amount of awareness and performative actions surrounding it. As a result, people develop a culture where they don't actively try to change things when they believe that others are already doing so. Since users who are blindly disseminating information make up the majority of social media activists, very little genuine change is ever made. On the other hand, performative action can benefit society. People who often stay out of politics may be drawn to it in an effort to learn more about the issues facing our society. It can also serve to increase awareness to certain issues. Any sort of activism can serve as a wake-up call for those who aren't involved and motivate them to effect change. Performative activism has its advantages and disadvantages, but it's crucial to consider if you're acting responsibly online. Ask yourself if you're willing to take any concrete action outside of social media to support the cause before posting something to bring attention to it. Attend protests, sign petitions, call out people in your life who are aggravating the problem, or do whatever you can to assist the movement. Consider whether the material you are presenting is accurate, whether you are familiar with the context of the issue, and whether it is not just for show. An effective ally is committed to bringing about positive change rather than worrying about their image.